What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate everyone joining me thus far on the growth of my channel and all the support and messages that you guys been sending my way. So thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, and like if you haven't already, just so I could generate more videos and more good topics to you. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into today's topic. And today's topic is about not understanding women can ruin your life. So how can not understanding women ruin your life? Well, I got 3 points that I kind of wanted to speak about when it comes to 3 characteristics of women that you want to watch out for, because if you don't, it will definitely ruin your life. Okay, so why is this important? Knowing what type of women or what type of characteristics a woman has, whether that will ruin your life or not. Why is that so important? Well, guys, of course, you know we are visual creatures, right? So we love when we see a beautiful woman. I mean, that's just how we were created. That's how we were made. That's instinct, right? So when we see a beautiful woman, right away, we're attracted. So we're visual creatures, and this attraction, and mind you, women know that that's the way, or the best way to entice a man is through her looks. So that's just basically what happens in attraction. We all know that. But the reason that can be a bad thing is because we just look for looks only. And sometimes women just, it's a big front up front. Sometimes women just get so pretty and are so amazingly beautiful that all of our logic thinking as men go away. And what happens eventually is we find out from day to day, week to week, month to month, and sometimes even years, which I hope that's not the case, you realize that you've gotten yourself into a mess, right? You've ruined pretty much a lot of your future because there were signs that you ignored based off of the beauty or attraction that you sought after in the beginning. So there's just 3, there's a few more that I want to get into, and I'll get into those points in videos to come. But there's just 3 main points and characteristics, like I said, that you want to look at and you don't want to ignore when trying to find a woman that's right for you. All right, so a lot of men, and I want to say this too, like a lot of guys, you know, when you see a woman, you're like, man, there's just women out here that you're willing to risk it all for. And I've said it, I know a lot of guys say it, right? That there's just women that you just risk it all for, just based off their beauty alone. And that mentality and that thinking can cause a wreck in your life, can ruin your life. So let me get to point number 1 of a characteristic you want to look at when it comes to finding a woman that's suitable for you. So the number 1 thing that you want to look at is she an influencer or not? Now, if she's an influencer, you got to be very, very, very careful. Now, I know we live in a day and age where being an influencer is how a lot of people are generating income. So she might take pictures, she might do videos, she might just be running her business through social media platforms, digital platforms, right? So, and guys do the same thing. So that's to be expected. But I will tell you this, you definitely want to be alert, on high alert, if she's any type of social media influencer. And this is the reason. A lot of women And it's not all of them. You know, some are the exception. So that's why it's so vital for us as men to really understand what these women have to bring to the table, right? Not only that, what they're capable of and what characteristics that they have. I'm talking about women specifically that are influencers, okay? And the reason I say that, why it's so important, is because, yeah, you may want them. Yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, they're gorgeous. But this is what you need to understand. And I just want to make this point. A lot of people, and I'm talking about women specifically, a lot of women are choosing these routes because they need emotional validation. So if that's the case, and it might take you time to see that, some women reveal this very, very slowly, right? But the point is, if she's a woman that continuously needs emotional validation and she's using a social media platform to get that continuous validation because she never got it from anyone else, that's going to be a problem. That could potentially ruin a great deal of your life, give you headache, give you stress, have you depressed, right? Because women that are like that, right, that are trying to seek that continuous emotional validation from other men, number one, that means that when it comes to you, she's never going to show you that type of she's never going to feel that your validation is not going to be enough for her. And that's just a continuous chase, right? If someone needs emotional validation, that's just a continuous chase that's just never ending. It's the same thing as someone that is just so money hungry, right? And they'll do anything for money. No boundaries, no nothing. They'll do anything for money. And if your life is continuously on this chase of money, everything has to do with money, then you'll never have enough, right? You'll never find contentment. You'll never be happy, even with a job that's just good and that's gives you enough to live a great life, right? You'll never be content. And so the same thing applies with women that are functioning with this mind state of just constantly needing to be seen or needing emotional validation. Now, like I said, there's an exception. There's some women that can balance out the two, and you'll know that. And what I mean by that is there's some women that have a business, have a network through social media, but when you're in the picture, right, when it comes to you and your relationship with her, she will respect you. Now, if there's any boundaries that you wanted to make or anything that you were unhappy with when it comes to that, she will respect even your opinion, your thoughts, and she will show consideration for you and your viewpoint in regards to whatever she's doing. But a woman that continuously needs emotional validation, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can take your thoughts, you can take your viewpoints, you can take your feelings, and she's gonna throw them right out the window. She's not gonna care. This is the type of woman that will never have respect for you. And I can tell you this is a woman that will never have respect for any type of man, right? Because what's happened is that she's made a habit, right, years after years of seeking this emotional validation. So now these type of people are never content with just having validation from one person and that being enough. All right. So, and what does that spur? That spurs on different things can come from that, right? When you try to put your foot down and you just try to have a nice discussion about what your boundaries are, how you feel about this, it just turns into an argument, right? And if someone is contentious with you and wants to always argue, it just goes nowhere, and it just makes your life stressful. It makes it a headache, And ultimately, this is a woman that does not or is never going to respect you. I can just tell you off rip. So why would any man want to be with any woman that doesn't respect him? You don't want that to be you. And you don't have to let it be you. So guys, definitely, if she's any type of influencer, I mean, I'm not saying that, oh, well, don't talk to her, right? Because again, that's just a medium. Social media is a medium that everyone uses as far as getting out their business, right? Generating business. But definitely you need to make sure you do your investigation, and it shouldn't take you long. Right now, I'm giving you gems right now on certain things to look for. I mean, and there's certain things you can even say, hey, I don't like how, you can just say, it could be something as simple as maybe try on a different outfit, or I don't like the outfit that maybe you posted, or this type of video that you did. I mean, it could be anything, but someone that truly respects you as a man is definitely going to consider how you feel, right? And definitely make sure they do whatever they can to keep you in a relationship with them, right? So a woman that respects you, she's gonna do that. Trust me. So definitely watch out for that. The second point of a woman you want to watch for that could possibly ruin your life are women that are entitled, or these princesses, I like to call it princess mentality, entitlement, and these entitled women. All right. So, and how do you know if someone is entitled, or these women that act like princesses? Well, if she expects you to do a lot for her and she always has an attitude, that's how you know. So if she continuously is asking for things, always very needy, right? And then you give her certain things, right? What she asked for, and she's never satisfied. So basically, these type of women, I can tell you right now, it's always gonna be something. There's always gonna be an argument. It's never gonna be enough of whatever you're giving. And fellas, there's just no reason to put yourself or to deal with women that are like this. Okay? Someone that's just not reciprocating the energy that you're giving, especially if it's coming from a good place, right? It's no need. A woman that has no humility, if she grew up spoiled, right? Maybe her parents or her family has spoiled her to death. There's certain signs, guys, that you can see that are gonna tell you if this is a humble woman that you're dealing with, or if she's a woman that is completely arrogant and entitled, thinks that the whole world revolves around her, right? See, someone that is the opposite of that is not going to bring you that type of drama. Someone that has humility, someone that's humble, someone that's peaceful, someone that's joyful, someone that is a teammate and wants to be on your team, right? Someone that's supportive of you, your goals, your purpose. They are not going to be, let me just say this. They're going to be the opposite of someone with the other type of characteristics, right? And attitudes. You know, it's not going to be this type of woman that you're going to want. So definitely run fast. If you ever see any type of inkling of someone, specifically a woman, that is giving off you this kind of energy. I mean, some women just wants and always complaining. Let's say you want to take them out on a date. And I mean, one thing I used to do, I wouldn't take them to like a super, broke down type of place. you know, but somewhat just a middle class restaurant, you can say, right? Middle class food chain, and see how she reacts to that. You know, there's little things that you can do and just see how she reacts to it. If you offer to take her out to one of these nice middle class restaurants and she curves you, or she says, no, let's try this place or that place, you can already tell this is a type of woman that's going to be a headache, and a type of woman that has this entitlement personality and attitude. They're too good for everything. Guys, make sure you steer fast away from these type of women. All right, point number 3. All right, that I wanted to purchase. I'm looking at my notes here. Point number 3 is jealous and envious women / controlling women. These type of women will ruin your life and cause you a lot of heartache. There's one thing I remember DMX saying in his Drink Champs interview. I love to watch interviews, but and he said this. He says, trust in everyone to be themselves, but trust that you can see them well. Right? And that's definitely a fact, because if you look, and I know I'm giving you game, there's a lot of guys that give game on reading women and things like that and things of that nature, but if they're giving you signs, guys, don't ignore them, right? They're telling you who they are, pretty much. So believe it when you see it and move accordingly. But let's jump back to the jealous and envious type of women. So these women you want to steer away from, because they are always controlling, right? Let me give you some examples. You can be in the mall walking, right, with your girl, or you can be at any store, and if there's a pretty woman that walks past you, doesn't matter her age, I don't even have to say age or whatever, height, it doesn't matter, or how she looks, but if that woman looks at you, right, as you're passing by, next thing you know, there's a problem or there's an argument. Guys, I'm telling you, run if you see these type of women. It is always going to be something, right? Or if she's always asking where you're at, trying to control you, trying to see exactly where you're at all times, run fast. This is another characteristic in a woman that is just gonna kill you to death. And the thing is, that pretty much just shows that those type of people are insecure. And they could be, maybe it's just trauma from past relationships or whatever the case, guys. But my thing is, life is too short to try to solve everyone's problems. We got our own problems to deal with, right? We got our own therapy that we need to try to fix within ourselves, right? But my thing is, there's just no reason to try to engage in a relationship with someone that is controlling, because it's gonna make your life hell. And especially, and I've said this in my previous videos, especially when there's women out here that are a pleasure to be with, all women have some type of drama, right? Let's just keep it a fact. But there's women out here that levels of stress that they give you is so minimal. I mean, for the majority of the time, chilling with them, being with them, it's actually a joy. It's a blessing. We got to stop catering to women that are a liability to us, right? You want women in your circle and someone on your team that's actually going to be an asset to what you're doing, an asset to your peace, an asset to your business, right? An asset to your purpose. That's what's going to make you feel great. That's what's going to make the relationship feel great. That's what's going to elevate you. That's what's going to create a long-term relationship. Or maybe you're inexperienced and you're trying to figure out what type of woman you actually want, right? Versus what you don't want. See, when a woman has these type of qualities, you'll be like, man, this is a whole different world. You know, these are the type of women that you want to be with. But you don't want to be with someone that is controlling, envious, or the jealous type. Because that's inner work that they have failed to do on themselves. And now you are going to have to suffer because of the issues and problems they never fixed. And there's no reason for young men, for men in general, to put up with that. All right. I don't have to say these things, guys. You know, I just wanted to contribute to the movement that I see that's out here. And of course, you know, I don't hate women. I love women. Of course, we all love women. But I just see it as a need to speak up for the fellas and let you guys know that continue to play the game, right? Continue to seek women, but seek women that are right for you. And it can be a wonderful blessing if you know how to choose and if you know how to pick the right signs when it comes to a woman, right? And as I mentioned on the onset, they can either make you or they can ruin your life. There's no reason a woman should have you depressed. There's no reason a woman should have you should stop you from pursuing your purpose in life. All right. But the right woman will change your life for the better. All right. So those are my three top ways, or three types of women that you want to refrain from engaging in. I appreciate everyone checking out my channel. And hopefully my rhetoric resonates with you. Go ahead and drop a few comments, likes, subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate everyone and all the love and support. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.